And all of a sudden, poised to strike, a question we weren't ready for ambushed us from the rear.
Hello, you filthy savages. It's your ferocious host with the most, Weathersby the Savage, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I will be reacting to Assassination Classroom Season 1, Episode 6, Test Time. Let's jump right in. I'm loving it. Back with another episode. I love this show.
Shall we? Begin what exactly?
This boy got on the sensei headband.
Whoa, look out! I'll be making this period a high-speed enhancement term study hall! My doubles will provide special one-on-one attention, drilling everyone individually on areas where you need improvement most.
Man, this is balls. You seriously gotta wear a different headband for each subject.
Oh!
Leonardo's not even on the test!
That's during study hall. This is very difficult, so try not to disrupt my concentration.
Doesn't all this spread you a little bit thin, sir?
That's when you should try to kill him.
I mean, just...
Consider this deception.
I've never solved the Rubik's Cubes all the way.
If I wish to align the colors quickly and intuitively, what might be the best way to go about it? Any ideas? The answer? Pry them apart and reassemble.
Who is this? Is this the dean? Yep.
Why, Koro-sensei? It's an honor.
Apparently this gentleman is supposed to be the principal here.
Believe me, he is, which also makes him our boss.
Principal.
So good of you to come all this way, sir! Any chance we can discuss a teensy little hike in salary? If I'm not being too forward, of course. I've added a few extra versions of myself to help with the workload.
Forgive me for not visiting sooner. I meant to pay my respects before now, but one gets sidetracked.
Kissing up like you're not gonna destroy the world.
Have painted quite the vivid picture of you. Yes, vivid indeed. Though I don't pretend to understand the situation in every particular. Nor do I feel especially qualified to
This
comment.
dude is tall.
However, I will say this, if I may be so bold. You seem to be torn between embracing the role of savior or villain.
Savior? Villain?
But no matter. Such things aren't for men like myself to resolve. I'm hardly in a position to save the world. That job I must leave to hands more capable. So, barring
Yeah, 13 and
your
14-year-olds.
substance may deal with you. Are you familiar with the so-called worker ant theory? It tells us that in any group, 20% will work hard, 20% will be idle, and the remaining 60% will fall somewhere in between. Now, imagine a group without a middle ground, where hard workers comprise 95% of the population and layabouts only 5. If the lazy worker ants are stigmatized, the race
So fuck the 5%.
Those who under normal circumstances fall into the average category better themselves to avoid being associated with the ostracized class.
Very logical. And of course, unless the 5% is kept down, the incentive for the other 95 disappears.
Just today, I received an alarming complaint from a D-class teacher. It seems a student of yours glared threateningly at 2 upperclassmen, such that the upperclassmen feared for their lives.
Oh, please.
I have no doubt the confidence to do so stems from their attempts to assassinate you, and perhaps that's to be expected. The issue, though, is that an E-class student dared to defy his better. Obviously, I cannot let such insolence stand. As his teachers, you are expected to remind the student in question of his place. Oh, and Koro-sensei,
You
you
dick.
have 1 second to solve this puzzle.
What? You just break this on me out of the blue?
Whoa! What the hell is going on?
Your speed certainly lives up to the hype. I can see why most attempts on your life would be an exercise in futility. But bear in mind, my friend, in
Kill him
the
now!
things, there are many problems for which speed is of no use at all. Now, if you'll kindly excuse me. Oh. Hi there. I look forward to your midterm results. Best of luck to you.
You don't care about me.
Himself.
Hey, Koro-sensei, no offense, but isn't this gonna wear you out?
Wear me out? Pshaw!
E-class must continue to serve its function in the grand scheme of things.
Get that asshole out of your head, Nagisa.
Look at the poor guy. He's totally down for the count.
I
Kill him!
Try our luck.
Not that I don't appreciate it, but why is he teaching us so hard anyways?
To get those test scores up. Why else? If I do that...
We owe it all to you, Koro-sensei. Thank you. I'll never try to kill you again.
Oh, sir, please. I need help with my grades, too.
I'll never have to worry about you trying to kill me again. It'll be sheer bliss.
You can forget that!
I mean, the whole helping us study thing is nice and all.
But the reward money we get for assassinating him is nothing to sneeze at.
Let's face it, who needs to ace a midterm when you've got that kind of cash tucked away in your bank account?
Money isn't everything, people!
Oh, come
It
on.
is when you want to buy junk food, octopus.
Yeah, assassination we can strive for, but academics? Seriously, why bother?
I see. So that's how it is then.
How what is, sir?
Disappointed me.
Do you know what I think? I don't think you appreciate what it means to be an assassin. Everyone, schoolyard, now!
Uh-oh.
Contingencies.
And Mr. Kurasama, what about you? When teaching knife combat strategies, do you believe the first strike is the only move of any importance?
The first move is important, but so's the follow-up. Never assume the first strike will hit. Because when your opponent's trained, you have to be ready to deliver the next strike with at least as much precision and skill as the first. Or better yet, carry a second blade.
Yeah.
If you have a point, sir, I think we're missing it.
Listen to your teachers, boys and girls. Backup plans are the cornerstone of confidence, and a confident assassin is a successful one. The same goes for life in general.
Okay,
You
Floyd
strive for
Mayweather.
assassination, but not academics? You've heard the old saying, right? Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Well, that's exactly what you're doing here! Now, suppose I left the classroom for good. Suppose some other would-be assassin out there managed to do me in. What would you be left with? What would you strive for then? Or are you satisfied with being outcast? A word of advice from your Koro-sensei. You walk a fine line. Those who can't wield a second blade aren't qualified to be assassins!
Okay. Thanks for the tornado and all the dirt in my mouth and eyes.
Cast your nets wide. Show me your backup plan, that crucial second blade. Otherwise, I'll be forced to conclude no would-be assassin here is worthy of me. And I won't have just a mind to leave. I'll flatten this entire campus as I go.
A second blade? So how long have we got?
Not very. Until the end of tomorrow.
What?
Midterms are upon us, class. I want all of you to place in the top 50. Whether you realize it or not, we've been sharpening those second blades all along. The main campus relies on dull rote learning methods. I, to put it mildly, do not. You have what it takes, so wield those blades with confidence. Take your midterms by the gills, smiling, your heads held high. Be proud.
You asking a lot.
And never forget, you are assassins. You are E-class.
I expected this. The midterms they give in this school have always been a beast. Damn it! You're kidding me! I don't even know where to start! This question's gonna eat me alive! I'm dead meat.
I'm good. Fuck that. Fuck math.
Did you really mean that crap? You're gonna take off if they don't all place in the top 50 on their stupid midterms?
That's right.
Well, way to be unrealistic.
Or they're my students now. When backed into a corner, the first order of business is assessing your options. If I've taught them nothing else, I've certainly taught them that.
Oh, that's a sweet representation.
We've covered this. The poor beast isn't as terrifying as all that. Start by observing that fin. On closer inspection, it's just that, a fin. Next, look over each part of the question with the same attention to detail and piece together what you find. Voila! A trivial adversary indeed. Now use that trusty...
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
course. Take the problem one part at a time. That's the trick. Just like Koro-sensei's been teaching us all along.
Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! Not as dumb as you thought.
And all of a sudden, poised to strike, a question we weren't ready for ambushed us from the rear.
Not to rock the boat, but this is ridiculous. You gotta help me out here. However I look at it, this test seems rigged.
I don't know what to say, sir. You ought to have received proper notification. Perhaps there was some sort of communications flap on your end. But there's no point in coming to the main campus. I can tell you that.
The communications flap wasn't on our end, buddy. Besides, what constitutes proper notification? 2 days before midterms, you decide to broaden the scope, and that's supposed to be enough time for us to cover everything?
With all due respect, Mr. Karasama, is it? You don't understand. We're a prep school.
Oh, man!
Our students are expected to cram. That's been our policy for years. In fact, when it was decided to include new material on this midterm, the principal himself lectured our students on those subjects personally. It was wonderful. You should have seen it.
Unbelievable. Is there nothing this man won't resort to in the name of his own ideals?
Obviously not.
They've put us in a hell of a spot. If Koro-sensei leaves, we're screwed. We lose everything.
So they added questions to the stupid test. Big deal.
Seriously? Hold the phone. You got 100 in math?
Your method worked like a charm, Teach. You gave us everything you had, and at the moment of truth, it mattered. So what if the midterms decided to cover new territory? I was ready. Don't worry, though. I'm not going anywhere. You see, this is where I belong. Normal class has nothing on assassination. So, where are you gonna go, huh? Where do you belong? You plan on using the fact we didn't all make the top 50 as an excuse to tuck your tail and run? Because you're not fooling me. I think you're just scared that one of us is actually gonna kill you.
Go Karma. Go Karma.
You could have just told us. Not like we'd blame you for being afraid.
Next time, consider being more straightforward with how you feel.
How you feel is all, oh no, I want to run away.
No one is running away!
Okay, so what's the deal?
Stop your wiggles.
We get our revenge on this school twofold during finals. Children, this is no laughing matter!
E-class and proud. Man, yeah, that principal is definitely the real villain. Like they got their work cut out for him, for them, you know, whatever. I talk like I got a fucking tumor, but I don't know, maybe I'm retarded. But anyway, the point is, yeah, he definitely the real villain. The real villain of the story is that school's status quo and how they want to keep certain kids down. Reminds me of how they want to keep another certain community down. I don't know. Let's not get too political now. We just having fun. But, I like the episodes are tapering off. It was getting better and better, but no, don't get me wrong. It's still good as hell. It's just it's the same. Like it's the same level of good. We're plateauing, which is fine. But I feel like some bangers are gonna come, like some surprises. I don't know. Karma's obviously bright as hell. He's going to spring something, and I know I've been talking about that a lot in the last episodes. And I feel like Karma and Nagisa are going to be the main one to tackle that fucking principal. I can't wait. Check the description box down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The Ferocious Host of the Most is signing off.